Cowboys Nation, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex, and before we jump into today's breaking Dallas Cowboys news, I need to say something very important real quick because the numbers do not lie. Most of the people watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, and if you truly love honest Dallas Cowboys injury updates, team news, and real talk with no sugarcoating, then please do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications because it helps the channel grow and it makes sure you never miss major Cowboys news. And trust me, after what we are about to talk about today, you are going to want to stay locked in until the very end because things inside this organization are getting louder, more emotional, and more serious than ever. All right, now let's get into it because today is one of those days where the Cowboys story feels bigger than just one game or one player. Today we are talking about Brian Schottenheimer, Jerry Jones, and the comments that are sending shockwaves through Cowboys Nation, especially when it comes to Trevon Diggs and Matt Eberflus and what this all means for the future of this team. And I promise you, this is not just noise, there is real meaning behind what was said and how it was said. Let's start with the overall feeling around the team right now because you can feel the tension, you can feel the frustration, and you can feel that patience is running very thin inside the Cowboys. Building this season has not gone the way anyone expected. Injuries have hit this team hard, momentum has been lost, and the standard that the Cowboys talk about every single year is once again being questioned. And when leaders start speaking more openly, that usually means something is coming. Brian Schottenheimer did not hold back, and that alone tells you everything you need to know. His comments were not soft, they were not vague, and they were not the usual coach speak we hear every week. He talked about accountability, he talked about details, and he talked about doing your job the right way every single snap. And when you hear that, you immediately know this is not random, this is directed, and Cowboys fans quickly connected the dots, especially when Trevon Diggs' name entered the conversation. Now let me be clear, Trevon Diggs is one of the most talented defensive backs in the entire league. When he is healthy and locked in, he can change games with one play, one interception, one moment, and that kind of talent is rare, but talent alone is never enough at this level, and that is where the conversation starts to get uncomfortable because availability, discipline, and consistency matter just as much as big plays. Schottenheimer's tone told us a lot. It sounded like a coach who is tired of excuses. It sounded like a coach who wants everyone pulling in the same direction, and it sounded like someone who knows this team is capable of more than what we have seen. And when coaches start calling out details, that usually means those details are not being handled the right way behind the scenes. Then you bring Jerry Jones into the mix, and that is when things really get interesting because Jerry does not speak unless he wants a message to be heard loud and clear. Jerry talked about expectations, he talked about standards, and he talked about the reality of the situation. And when Jerry speaks publicly, it is never accidental, there is always a reason, and this time it felt like a warning shot not just to one player but to the entire locker room. When Jerry Jones talked about Trevon Diggs, you could hear both support and frustration at the same time, and that is important. Jerry believes in Trevon Diggs' talent, he believes in his ability to be a star, but belief does not mean blind loyalty, and that is something Cowboys fans need to understand. Jerry wants stars, but he wants leaders even more. He wants players who set the tone not just on Sundays, but every single day. And now let's talk about Matt Eberflus because his name coming up in this conversation is a big deal. The defense has had moments where it looks strong, fast, and aggressive, and then moments where it looks confused, undisciplined, and flat, and that inconsistency falls back on coaching every time. And when questions start circling around the defensive staff, it means pressure is rising. Schottenheimer and Jerry both made it clear that coaching and players must be on the same page. No more mixed messages, no more guessing, no more breakdowns, and that tells me there are internal conversations happening right now that we are only seeing the surface of. When leadership starts aligning publicly, it usually means change is either being discussed or demanded. Cowboys Nation, this is the part of the video where you really need to listen because this is bigger than one quote or one interview. This is about the direction of the franchise. This team has too much talent to be wasting seasons. This team has too many stars to be stuck in the same cycle year after year, and the people at the top know it. The frustration you hear is not fake, it is real. Trevon Diggs' situation is complicated. Injuries have slowed him down, expectations have followed him, and the spotlight is always on him because of who he is and what he represents. But with that spotlight comes responsibility, and right now the message is clear. Availability, effort, and accountability are non-negotiable no matter how big your name is. For Matt Eberflus, the message is just as loud: put your players in the best position to succeed. Fix the communication issues, tighten up the discipline, and stop the bleeding, because the margin for error is gone. There is no more patience for slow starts or missed assignments. This team needs answers, and it needs them fast. What makes this moment so important is timing. The Cowboys are at a crossroads. Injuries are forcing tough decisions. Young players are being asked to step up, and leadership is being tested across the board. This is where teams either come together or fall apart. In the words from Schottenheimer and Jerry Jones are a clear attempt to pull everyone back in line. And let me say this to Cowboys fans watching right now: this is not the time to panic, but it is the time to pay attention. When leaders speak like this, they are trying to reset the culture. They are trying to remind everyone what it means to wear that star, and they are trying to make sure no one gets comfortable. The next few weeks are going to tell us everything we need to know about this team: how Trevon Diggs responds, how the defense adjusts, how Matt Eberflus adapts, and how the locker room reacts to this public accountability. If the response is strong, this could be a turning point. If it is weak, then bigger changes may be coming sooner than later. This is why you stay subscribed to this channel, because I will be right here breaking it all down: injury updates, roster changes, coaching moves, and real honest analysis with no hype and no fake positivity, just the truth Cowboys Nation deserves. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below and tell me how you feel about what Jerry Jones and Brian Schottenheimer said. Do you think Trevon Diggs is being treated fairly? Do you trust Matt Eberflus to fix the defense, or do you think changes are coming? I read every single comment, and your voice matters here. Once again, if you have not subscribed yet, please do it right now. Hit that button, support the channel, and join this growing Cowboys family, because things are moving fast and you do not want to miss what comes next. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. This is Alex, and as always, stay locked and stay informed and stay loyal. Cowboys Nation, we will get through this together. See you in the next video.